Hey everyone! Welcome to another Stonehearth Desktop Tuesday. For almost a year now, you've been asking for an update to the Stonehearth dev roadmap. Today for Desktop Tuesday, I'm really pleased to be able at last to share not just an update, but a brand new roadmap with you. From our first roadmap, we learned that game design is an iterative process. To best reflect the team's current goals for the game and the way that our schedule changes to accommodate your feedback, we've dramatically overhauled what's on our roadmap and how we think about updating it. The new roadmap is centered around missions. Missions are now written around large aspirational goals like engage with Hearthlings as individuals and classes are distinct and useful, instead of individual features like pets or Magnusmith. Under each mission on the roadmap page under the graphic lives a feature list, which enumerates features we think will help our game achieve the mission's gameplay goals. Scheduled features are ones we're targeting within the next 3 alphas. There are very few of them on purpose because our schedule changes based on your feedback and what we think will best fit the game at that time. Proposed features are ones we think we'll want eventually, listed in priority order. The proposed feature section may grow or shrink or become reordered as we build the game and assess our success at meeting our gameplay goals. To reflect the fact that the game's design is iterative and that schedules change in response to feedback, only scheduled features and missions with scheduled features appear on the roadmap graphic. More of the graphic will appear as we progress through missions. Missions and features that are not yet scheduled may change in response to gameplay feedback, and we may add more missions at any time. Gameplay must be developed in a well-rounded fashion so we can evaluate systems as a whole experience. As a result, we may work on features from many missions before finishing all the features in a single mission. The hard work we've done over the last 4 years is absolutely still represented on this new roadmap. Artist Ali created the new roadmap art inspired by maps from games and lore we love, but also inspired by the original Stonehearth roadmap that Tom drew. Original Building Town, Cave of Monsters, World Generation Volcano, and Game Master Cloud are still present on our new roadmap, and they record all the progress we've made so far. To represent the fact that the new body of work we anticipate is potentially larger than the work we've already done, though, Ali's made the subcontinent connect to a much larger one by a classic RPG-style bridge. The contents of the new continent are currently obscured and cropped away, but we look forward to pulling back the clouds and unveiling more of this new land as we travel through it together. In summary, our biggest goal as a team is to make an enjoyable game, and we want our roadmap to reflect this. We also want to be sure that the way that we update reflects the fact that the features that achieve that goal may change as we get feedback from you and as our understanding of the game changes. You can see the roadmap, mission list, and feature lists in their full glory on stonehearth.net via the dev blog. If you're curious about your favorite feature and where it lands inside the new mission structure, or if you have questions or concerns, we also have a detailed FAQ at the bottom of the roadmap page. This Desktop Tuesday is getting pretty long, so next week let's take a closer look at how we got to this roadmap and why it's so different from our last roadmap. We can also talk about what this new roadmap structure means to our velocity as a team and when you might expect the features that you're looking for next. In the meantime, we'd love to hear your thoughts here on the comments or on our forum at discourse.stonehearth.net. You can also find us on Twitch. A different member of our team streams their current projects and development every Thursday at 6 p.m. PST on our Twitch channel, www.twitch.tv/Stonehearth. And that's it for this week. See you next week!
Hey kiddo, you awake? Feeling alright? Good, good. Look at this place. There must have been masses of people fleeing right at the beginning. All those voices crying out, those half-finished and scrambled emotions. Where do you go from here?
There you are. Everyone's so busy they got no time for remembering.
I can hear them from time to time. It used to sound like war not so long ago.
I wish you could see this place now. We're really making something out of it.
But what was she doing here in the first place?
What am I doing? This Potochnik is an unknown.
This doesn't make any sense.
I didn't write that bullshit.
I've never used a gun before.
The experience is different every time. Unique, like the shards of a broken window. But they're all like dreams at first, half forgotten and hazy.
This isn't you, it's that thing. It's still active, you know that.
Where the hell is Farid?
Keep running, Joyce. Come on!
Selma, no!
Then it becomes clear and it's like they're right next to you. Isn't that strange? I remember something. A long screaming sound. And an endless silence. That was before I opened my eyes. Before I found you.
You already know what I'm thinking about this. Because you've had the same thoughts.
How much did you know?
I keep him around because he's useful to me. He was built to take orders.
How much were you responsible for?
He thinks he owns me.
Was it really you who started all this?
You understand how rare that is? To have no purpose other than the one you're given.
But I've had enough now. I don't trust him.
He's a hammer.
I don't trust his games.
The perfect tool.
As long as you use him for the right job.
I don't trust any of it.
Party! The party! He's on his way! He's on his way! Gone because of you! We'll all be gone soon!
And I'm gonna do something about it. I'm gonna get out of it.
We're from such opposite worlds,
He and I. That's why I find him so fascinating. That's why I've been
studying him.
I haven't figured out how yet, but I do know that when the time comes,
Don't get any ideas.
I'm going to need allies.
The wheels are in motion.
We can sort this out, the girls.
So I need to know, are you with him? Or are you with me?
He's a simple creature. He just needs
an
objective.
The next instrument I used the CA2A on was a snare drum. Why don't we go ahead and take a listen to the snare drum in the mix. Alright, so as you can see, these hits are pretty strong in here, and it's pretty even across the board. So let's turn it off and we'll compare. Not as aggressive at all. So we'll solo it up. I'll show you what I'm doing here. So the R32.7 knob is set all the way down, so I'm not attenuating any high frequencies. I have the photocell memory set to fast reset because I really want strong hits. And the peak reduction is set pretty high because I really want to emphasize these hits and change the way the sound of each hit right here is played. It almost sounds like the drummer's hitting it harder. Kind of sound designing at this point, actually. So here's with it on. Off. On. Off. So you can see it's much, much more aggressive every time we add the CA2A in. And that's what we're going for. We're trying to make it sound like the drummer's hitting each hit really, really, really hard.
Cry for me, 君の声